Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be sharing a 12 by 12 layout where I document 3 photos, and these photos were all taken on the way to Ocean City, Maryland, and there was one in there that was taken at the beach once we got there, and that's the one with my husband and the beautiful ocean in front of him. You can see all those waves and so on. And here I'm just trimming down my photos, leaving a very thin white border around them. Now this layout was for the Secret Not Secret Kit Club party in July, and this was for a challenge, and the challenge was to do a themed layout, so I decided to go ahead and do a travel themed layout. Now I will go ahead and list the items I used today down in my description box, and I believe most of what I use here is from a Pinkfresh Studios collection. Out and About, I believe, is the name of the collection, but I'll go ahead and list it all down in the description box. So here I'm just sorting out my supplies, and I'm separating my paper from my embellishments, and I'm gonna go through and decide on which pattern paper to use for my background. So I didn't mention that I left a white border around my photos, and I actually did not. I added in a mat behind my photos later on in this process. So here I decided to use the striped paper, and I will also use that gray pattern paper as well, but you'll see I do change my mind later on. Here I'm gonna use the back side of that paper as mats behind my photo, and when I put it on the gray paper, I really love how it looked, so I decided to go ahead and switch up my choices and use this very busy pattern paper instead as my background, with this gray as the mat behind that colorful pattern paper. So now the pieces that I cut out from the gray mat, I am going to use it on the front side as a mat behind my photos. You can see there I added the gray part of it back onto my layout, and I'm just lining up my photos, and this is where I actually matted my photos on that white cardstock. So here I'm just going to add in my photos on my background. So my title will read Destination Beach, and here I am using some white alphas for my main word on the title, beach, and it definitely shows up really well against that colorful background. And then I'll use the sticker alphas that came with this collection for the word destination. So with the pattern paper that I use being so busy, you hardly notice the mat around it, so I decided to go ahead and just make that more obvious by adding in this dark washi. Now this washi has some green and blue on there, and I added it in where the blue is the part that sits on the front of this layout, and I'm just going to add it to all 4 sides and then just fold it back against the back side of this layout. So next up, I will go ahead and use this pattern paper on my layout, but you can see here I'm gutting it because I know I would want to use that as a mat on future layouts, so I'm saving the 12 by 12 size of it. And here I'm just cutting out a strip to add next to my photos from the part that I gutted out from the center. I also have a piece of that colorful pattern paper, and the back side of it is blue, so there I added in some next to the green paper as well. I also brought that over to the left side of my layout just to balance it out a bit, and I added it under my title. So here I'm going to add a little signpost that I put together myself. I believe I saw something similar to this on Pinterest, and that's the inspiration I use for this signpost today. If I can find that layout again, I will go ahead and link it down below so you can take a look at it. But right now I am gonna go ahead and use the gray paper as my post. And for the signs, I'm using the little flags that came with the kit on the sticker sheet, and there's already pop-up dots behind them, and here I'm just going to add them to that signpost. And some of them I do add in some words myself, like the words south and north and fun ahead. I added those words in, and there were already the words epic on one of them and getaway on another, so I added all 5 of those little tabs here on my signpost. So I went ahead and adhered all to my background because I love how that signpost look. And now I'm going to go ahead and embellish my layout, and I just basically added in about 3 clusters, and I added in a lot of enamel dots. I wanted to keep it pretty simple because it's such a busy background already. On my photos, I did add some class stickers, and on the first one it says on the road. That's the top photo. On the second photo with my husband standing in front of the ocean, it says vacation. And on the third photo with the bridge, it says scenic route. And I absolutely love how those clear stickers look on these photos. So here I'm going to add in these little journaling spots. And my journaling simply says Ocean City, Maryland, August of 2013. We love the beach. And on the little one that says itinerary, I added in beach, beach, and more beach, which is exactly what our plans were for this. I believe it was a 3-day vacation at Ocean City. So if you guys have not already seen it, be sure to check out the community tab on the top of the page on my channel, and go ahead and check out the poll that I added there if you would like to see a monthly layout share at the end of each month. I believe I've done it maybe once or twice before where I share all the layouts I've completed that month, but I'm not sure if you guys enjoy seeing that or not, so let me know in that poll, and maybe I will add it to my videos that I do each month here on my channel. Now also I ask you guys what mixed media items you want to see me use on my layouts, so be sure to check out that as well. Now here I'm adding in some splatters just to add a little bit more interest to this page, and I am using some white acrylic ink for my splatters. And this would be my finished layout, and I love how it turned out. It's very bright, it's beautiful. I love these photos, and I hope you guys enjoy this process as well. If you did, be sure to give me a thumbs up before you leave, and thank you all for watching today. Until my next video, bye.